So this is quite a busy slide, and I wouldn't normally present it in one sort of solid block. I normally sort of blank things out and reveal them bit by bit. But just to make things easy, this is to show that there are quite different types of presentations, and therefore the degree to which you've got freedom to, shall we say, storyfy your material depends on the type of presentation that you're there to give. So you might, for example, be there just to inform. Maybe you've been asked to come into a meeting of senior executives, and your job is just to inform them how a project is going that you're leading. And the outcome really is that they're looking for is just to be reassured that it's being handled properly. So you're not there to sell anything, you're not really there to persuade them of anything because they've already signed off on the project being done in the first place. You're there just to reassure them that things are okay, that they're not going off the rails. So you're not really giving, you've not got a lot of opportunity there to sort of storyfy the material other than not overloading them with information, which is the main problem with that one. Educate is where I think you've got an opportunity to open people's eyes to something that they thought they understood before, but you're providing what I would call insight. So this is where people are familiar with the topic, they kind of were slightly complacent perhaps, they thought that it was okay and it's got pushed down their agenda, but you're bringing it right back up again because you're thinking, oh my goodness, I hadn't thought of it that way before. Maybe they're right, maybe we need to think about this more seriously. So I think there's a bit of a sell there, but in the sense that it's pushing something up the agenda that was previously a little bit lower down. A persuasive presentation is more of a straightforward sell. Where you're trying to get people to sign on the dotted line, to accept your proposal, to fund it or whatever. And again, all the things we'll talk about later on to do with soft persuasion and packaging a persuasive message will be in that kind of presentation. And then finally, you've got the inspirational one where, you've got the halftime team talk where, the football team's 3-0 down at halftime, the manager needs to give them a lift. It's about igniting something that's inside people, lighting the fire and getting them to walk out of the room 2 feet taller than they were when they went in. And that, I would say, is more of an inspirational presentation. Now, that's not to say that you can't have elements of all four in a presentation. You can, but I think it's quite interesting to look at them as separate styles of opportunity in a way, or types of opportunity, where you've got differing degrees of creative freedom to hold and move the audience.